What's up, everybody? This is Colin from Holistic Heritage Homestead. I hope you're all well. Skills or things? In the preparedness community, we often talk about the value of having certain skill sets and also the value of having certain things, your preps, items, supplies. What's more important? Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts, which might be controversial, and some of you might disagree with me, and that's okay. So, in short, I think both are important. I think it's very important to have certain skill sets to survive emergency situations. These emergency situations can range from having no job for an extended period of time, having a physical problem, a medical problem that makes it difficult to survive in everyday life, natural disasters, war, recessions, depression. There's so many things that I don't want to say could happen. They do happen historically. So many different things to prepare for. And to be fair, I think the scenario we are talking about, or the context, really determines what might be more important, the skills or the things. So both are important. Very important to have skills, mechanic skills, skills when it comes to raising livestock, gardening skills, self-defense skills, training. There's absolutely so important. Very, very important. And it's very important to have supplies, items, things, machines, equipment, generators, food, water, freedom tools, freedom seeds, of course. Here's my thoughts. I think I am leaning towards thinking that things are actually more important than skills. And some of you are probably losing your minds right now. You threw your phone, you punched your laptop or whatever. You're losing your minds. Hear me out. Skills might be more important in an SHTF scenario where it's long-term survival we're talking about. Maybe. Even then, skills, whether you have the skills, a family member has the skills, or somebody in your preparedness group has the skills, we're relying on those people to be around, number one, to use those skills, because unfortunately bad things happen and people pass away. And in tough times, that might be more of a reality. So there's that. That's the harsh truth. That's the bitter truth, if you will. And also, even if people are alive, if you're alive, if other people in your group are alive, which, hopefully you're taking care of your family members and your family members are part of your group, well, can we rely on them? Can you rely on yourself? Do you know your work ethic? Can you rely on those members to use those skills? If somebody is a mechanic, well, they might have all the skills, but are they lazy? Are they going to contribute to the group? We don't know. You don't actually know. And you could think you know, but you don't really know until people are desperate what they will really do. So although skills are important, with those skills comes the need to manage personalities. You could have a master gardener in your group, but if they're lazy, if they're not pulling their fair share, they're not doing their fair share of work for your group, well, they don't deserve to get the food. They don't deserve to get the water. The reason why I like supplies and things more, even though there's a crossover, and again, both are important, I don't have to manage the personality of a 50-gallon container of water. It's there for me. I don't have to worry about, the multiple packages of seeds, rallying against me as the leader. I don't have to worry about a generator, having a mutiny. I don't have to worry about our livestock being lazy. Although those chickens, sometimes they just don't lay enough eggs. But you know what I'm saying. Really something to consider. Things will be there for you. And as far as skills go, another thing to think about, yes, hands-on skills are important. There's no replacement for experience. However, a thing you can get, or things you can get that will, to a certain degree in certain situations, replace skills is a prepper library. Sure, you might not be an engineer, but there's plenty of books on engineering, plenty of books on, how to be a plumber, plenty of books Plenty of information you can get on electrician, stuff, electricity, being an electrical engineer, whatever. Gardening, plenty of books, plenty of resources, which I recommend as a side note. If you don't have the tangible books, print up all the information you possibly can while the internet still is available and exists even. Who knows? So just saying, that won't replace people, but it might. In simple ways, in simple situations that require simple solutions, it might. So I'm just saying, I think you should absolutely rely on having things. Primitive skills, for example, excellent. Our idea of survival is last resort running into the wilderness and bugging out. Bugging out is a last resort, should be your last option. In most cases, in some cases, it should be your first option, which is a different discussion. I do have videos talking about bugging in and bugging out, which you should check out. If you have the time, I definitely recommend checking those videos out. But for the most part, wilderness survival skills, primitive survival skills, they're excellent. And part of preparedness is all about having backups for backups, having contingency plans. But it might be a better investment of time to get certain items. Sure, security, self-defense, training, having the training to use certain freedom tools, very important. Having freedom tools is also very important. And you could do certain things that money can buy certain things for your property that can make your property more secure without having yourself, be advanced in that regard, or having people on your team that are advanced in that regard. I still recommend training. I consider that to be obvious. So I could go back and forth and I could argue both sides, but I'm saying I think it's more important to have the things in an emergency preparedness scenario than to have skills and have people that have the skills on your team. I'm talking either or scenario, because being well prepared and having lots of food, lots of supplies, lots of security things, lots of seeds, that's going to be more important, than most things. Having livestock, you don't have to be, even just being a beginner when it comes to those things, and having a small amount of skills is more important than being advanced in one or more areas. Hopefully this makes sense. Let me know if you folks agree. If you disagree, let's have a nice chat, nice debate. And, in this short video, hopefully I conveyed my thoughts regarding this. Hope you're all well. Take care.